Hi there, I'm Tumi Maswanganyi from Outsourced CFO. Today I'm joined by Renier Lombard, co-founder and managing director at the Lekker Network. Renier, tell me, so could you please give us a brief overview of what and who the Lekker Network is?
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to me. Appreciate it. Hello to all the viewers. And the Lekker Network is it's a professional business network, very similar to the ones that you probably know already, EO, YPO, around the world. And it's basically a network for South Africans that are doing business around the world. Professionals, business owners, founders, executives, South Africans that have potentially have left or even still here in South Africa, and they want to connect with each other. So it's a diaspora network. It's a network that champions South Africa first. A lot of South Africans have left the country, but they haven't left South Africa in their hearts and in their minds. And a lot of them are doing business and they have opportunities that they're doing, and we're trying to connect them all so that they can engage, do business, open up doors, have access. You'll be surprised that if you go to probably any corporate in the world, there's a South African there doing amazing things. They're either leading it or they're doing amazing ththings. South Africans have a unique way of doing things. There's a resilience we have, a grit, and there's an operating system that we have built here in South Africa. So when we leave and we go to a certain country, we come with that amazing kind of attributes that we all have, and a lot of them flourish in big ways because for them problems aren't problems, they're opportunities.
Oh, great. So it is true that you'll always be South African in your heart.
100%. A lot of South Africans, not granted everyone, some have left and they've completely cut off South Africa. Granted, it does happen, so it's not for everyone. But a lot of South Africans that have left haven't left the country from a home perspective. This is still their home. And I can tell you now, 10 to 1, a lot of them do want to come back at a certain stage.
Oh, nice to hear. Nice to hear.
Yeah.
So, with the Lekker Network's journey, could you please just let us know at which point did you see that this is the right time for us to bring in or outsource financial expertise, and what made Outsource CFO the great fit for the journey?
Yeah, so we had a unique start. We decided to start selling memberships before we had a product, and we did this crowdsource funding initiative. We did about 200 founding members that paid for their first year upfront, and that gave us the financial capability of actually launching this. So we didn't go VC or angel route. We are a startup by all means, and I think since the beginning, before we even started getting the first few funds in, we employed a CFO to come and actually help us. Reason being, I mean, we can't afford a full-time financial director or admin person. It's very expensive. And we then have access to this beautiful expertise that you have internally at a fraction of the cost. So it's a no-brainer for us. We brought you guys on in the beginning, and we've been growing, and you've been growing with us as we've been expanding. Yeah.
All right, great to hear. So, in your journey, how would you say that the team has really helped you get to where you are? Mostly speaking, regarding the very unique nature of the partnership business or industry that you're in. How would you say that also CFO has really helped you to stick to your tight deadlines and all your reporting structures?
Yeah, I love it. So I'm an entrepreneur. I hate admin. I'm not an admin person. I'm not a process person. I'm not a financial person. I know a lot. I know numbers. I know how to make money, but I need someone to help me structure that money and that capital. So for me, it's very easy to go and get clients and members and make sure that this works. But I need a team in the back end that can actually execute and make sure that we are on the right track and tick all the boxes. I really would hate SARS calling me and telling me that I've missed a deadline. I get kept up by night. But if you see SARS calling you, you start sweating. And I mean, with you guys, SARS doesn't call me, which is fantastic. So for us, it's really allow me to build as we build, and the team execute in the back end with the process and systems that's needed. And I think that's one of the best things working with a company like yourselves, is that I'm assured that things will happen without me actually reminding you what to do. You actually tell me what to do, and not the other way around, because I'm not that finance person. I'm the entrepreneur. I'll go and find the business and the money. I won't execute the actual process.
All right, great. Which brings me to my next question. Over the past year, what would you say has been the most valuable part of your partnership with Outsourced CFO?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, as we expand, because we've gone from 0 to more than 10 million rand in revenue in the first year, it's been instrumental allowing us and telling us when we should activate certain things. I mean, reporting the annual financial statements, making sure that all our PAYE is set up. For the first 6 months, we didn't have full-time employees. We had contractors. Even though they were senior employees, they were still contracting to us, and then they became employees. That's when you guys also stepped in and said, we need to get PAY sorted out. You have to do all the allocations of payments. And what's nice is that you came to me and told me instead of the other way around.
All right, great, great. So my last question. So if there's an entrepreneur or a leader out there in business that is exactly at the same point that you were financially and in that business journey where you were before you partnered with us, what would you say to them if they ever thought they'd like to partner with a partnership as you have with Outsourced CFO?
Yeah, fantastic. Listen, any business needs to be nimble, needs to be exceptionally versatile. If you can try and keep your fixed costs as low as possible for as long as possible, it's ideal, right? Because things change. The environment changes. Tomorrow something happens, like the war happens, right? Now, if you have a full-time financial person you've employed, it's exceptionally hard to now attend to that salary, or if you need to, if something happens. So what's nice with the outsourced CFO is that it can be adjusted, it can be pivoted, it can be increased or decreased depending on what you need. So it gives you that versatility, it gives you that flexibility that a lot of business owners need in the beginning stages. I mean, we're a year old, and I foresee us being together for many, many years into the future because of that flexibility. And you have the expertise internally that can just help us expand. At a fraction of the cost. I can have access to financial advisors. I can have access to a CFO that can help us with budgets and funding. If we do go into the funding stage, you guys are there for us. So highly recommended. First, when you start, or even if you are busy at the moment, you've been going for many years, think of really taking a team on like Outsourced CFO, because you have the expertise across the board. And also what's lovely is that you work with all these beautiful companies around the world and locally, and you have access to all these different industries. You're not just focused on one kind of thing. And if you normally employ an internal financial person, they only look at your business and that's it. There's no kind of peripheral vision. They don't understand what's happening. With you guys, you're all working on beautiful other industries, other businesses, and that expertise gets transferred to us as well, which is why I love working with you.
Oh, thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much, Renier, for joining me again today to
Fantastic.
discuss the Lekker Network's journey. We're looking forward to so many more years of the Lekker Network
Fantastic.
growing. And, well, you guys are international, but we are working on getting even more countries added to the 36 countries that you
Amazing.
guys are already in.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much, me. Cheers.